Yeah. We back. What up, Fight World? It's the kid. We back working. The Vampire Stream. Let me close some of these windows. What up, Fight World? It's a Kid Ego. We're back. The Vampire Stream.
Looking for other opponents.
What the fuck? The Vampire Stream. Yo, what's good with YouTube? YouTube is fucking playing, man. Send out the notifications hella late. We got a business to run. Yeah, I went low for the summer. I had to get cleaned up because I've been traveling, so I don't have time to get a haircut all the time. So I just had to get that cut, you know what I mean? Take it down low. Fuck it. It's about to be the summer too, so I get hot too, having like bunch of hair and all that. So I had to clip it low. Someone said new year, new ego. Not quite. I'm just here, man. We working. Now the notifications are coming through. YouTube been tripping, man. Hella slow. Beard gang. I cut the beard down low too. But my shit grows so fast it don't matter. All this shit will be back next week. That's one thing. My hair grows incredibly fast. Shout out to the mixed kids. Gang. Shout out to Texas, always holding it down. Death Row East, believe in that. Do you believe in God? Then believe in Death Row East. I don't know what no Rick Ross problem is. I'm not fat. My boy Ego looking like a 90s R&B singer, man. As long as the ladies like it, you know what I mean? That's all I care about in boxing. Like, yeah, I'll be on my John B shit with your chick. Heard about my pet things I used to do, games I didn't play. Man, I'm mad about the Rockets beat the fucking Warriors. Shit was weak. That shit was weak, done. Yeah, I look nothing like Gerald Levert. Motherfucker fat. Rest in peace. Yeah, it was a good game. Houston came to play. We're gonna do a roll call and talk about this Triple G situation. Shout out to these, man. These sour bright crawlers. Damn. Women love beards. Women love manly men, which some of you motherfuckers ain't. Like that earlier stream I did, they talking all types of shit. Yeah, man, I got the fresh cut. I had to take it low for the summer, man. The summertime, I really be getting hot, especially traveling and shit, being in different cities. Just boom, 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 boom. Damn, these are good. I'm about to take my missus to work. Hashtag soon come. Handle that, man. We might still be here. Hold on one second. Smash the like button when you guys come in. Easy work. It's some easy ass work. Hit the like, haters. The haters be visiting me more than the supporter. Because supporters don't have to keep building accounts. The haters do. Damn, G, looking fresh. Thank you. I had to get that cut for the summer. That summer cut. That gang cut. I got a female barber now, too. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to Cynthia. I see you, baby. Come to Death Row. Hey, Cynth, we're going to start printing our own money. Shout out for the haircut. Bay Area. We up in this. Man, I got to slow down. These gummies are so good. All right, y'all want to do the roll call? Houston, Texas up in here. Rap a lot. Bronx, New York. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? City, state, zip. The Empire Street. I'm about ready. City, state, zip. Rep where you from. We're going to go until about 10 minutes. And then whoever's here is here. We're going to talk about it. 77057. Tucson, Arizona. Okay. Tacoma, Washington. Lancaster, Pennsylvania, 253. Y'all slow today. I got this. This is easy work. 104-69713. Sleepy Hollow, New York, 10591. Y'all ain't got no word for me. Where y'all at? City, state, zip. Y'all going slow. Conyers, Georgia, 30016-914. Laguna Beach, 954. Broward County, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. San Antonio, 78229. Miami, Florida. Miami, you hear me? 347. Shout out to my backyard, Vallejo. 707, say it backward, 94590. Shout out to South Egypt. Aswan Province. CPT. Shout out to Compton. Gang. We going 10 more seconds. Shout out to Israel. I see you. Puerto Vallarta, I see you. Shout out to David. Man, we just working, baby. We just working. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Denver, 303. Chirac, Illinois, making all the noise. 60651. The Vampire Stream. Hey. Holyfield is a promoter now, so I don't think he's trying to fight. Love your work from Puerto Vallarta. Shout out to you, man. Keep watching. We got a lot of stuff coming. Shout out to 89303. Let's get it. Listen, people. Hey, Pops. Brush my hair. Okay. I'm on my Broner shit. Hey, Pops, brush my hair. He don't even do that no more. His dad retired. Hey, Pops, brush my hair. Okay. Oh. Yeah. I don't even have to keep brushing because my shit wavy. I could just stop brushing and be good. Look, I could be good for the rest of the day. Let's talk about it. Okay. Eagle of Dawn. Y'all know who it is, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Someone said got the ocean waves. It's weird. My hair, because I'm mixed, it's super straight if it's a certain length. But if it gets longer, then it'll get super wavy. And then if it gets longer than that, then it'll get curly. But let's talk about this boxing game. All right. Ring TV conducted an interview with Oscar De La Hoya, promoter of Canelo Alvarez. During that interview, and I did 2 videos about it. If you want that article, shout out to ringtv.com. The link is in the description, right? But he did an interview with Ring TV, and he says that he thinks that I'm going to paraphrase. If you want direct quotes, go to those videos, but we just doing a live stream and we're just going to talk about it. Shout out to Jdog. We got a shooter in the building. That's what I'm talking about. In this, Oscar De La Hoya says he believes that Triple G is scared. He said he talked to Tom Loeffler, and Tom Loeffler is now trying to facilitate a different deal. Yes, I'm going to repeat that. They were supposed to fight May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, right? We all knew about it. I was going to go to it. A lot of y'all going to get it or go to it. And according to Oscar De La Hoya, which I don't understand why he would lie in this situation, but according to Oscar, he's saying that he talked to Tom Loeffler. Now Triple G wants more of a percentage than what was negotiated when they were supposed to fight on Cinco de Mayo, right? So that creates an obstacle, a hurdle, a roadblock, deeper negotiations. And my thing is this: Oscar De La Hoya, you can say whatever you want about it, utensils and all that shit, but he has a good point. He has a good point in terms of, like, he basically said in this, and again I'm paraphrasing, he said there's no one else that Triple G could fight where he could get this type of money. He could make like $20 million in the rematch. You know what I mean? It's not a flat rate to my knowledge, it's a percentage split. But the thing about it is now they're looking for a deeper, bigger percentage split. You know what I mean? And to me, De La Hoya has a point here, because you guys are all signed up to fight. What changed? Why would you all of a sudden not be willing to do the deal that you were willing to do a couple months ago when not much has changed? What has changed? The only thing that's changed is he fought Vanes Matarosa. You don't get no extra credit for that. You know what I mean? We all knew the outcome. You said you wanted to keep the date. You weren't trying to waste your training camp. So you fought a 154-pounder. You almost got in trouble with the IBF to do it, but they gave you an exemption. Now, because you wasted that get out of jail free card, the IBF is on you about trying to fight your mandatory. You're trying to fight Canelo, but now you're trying to get some kind of different deal. Hector talking about, okay, I got a hot seat. I didn't even want to do a hot seat, but Hector says, you're dumb. Triple G was always A-side. He's the middleweight champ. No, you're dumb. And the reason you're dumb is because in this day and age of A-sides, having a belt literally means nothing in terms of being an A side. You can be the A side without having a belt, right? Floyd Mayweather could fight Cotto or something, and Cotto can have a belt. That doesn't mean that Cotto's the A side in the negotiations. That doesn't mean it's going to read Cotto Mayweather. It's going to still say Mayweather Cotto. So the belt doesn't have anything to do with being the A side. You know what I mean? The A side is more so stats and kind of like a popularity contest. So Triple G being a champion, he can have infinity stones and all the belts. That doesn't make him the A side. So what are you talking about? Ottman said Ego got that fresh cut. They say I'm back. I'm back for the summer. Money Ego. Okay. So Hector, your turn. What are you talking about? Since when does the A side have anything to do with it? So here's an example of how you call me dumb. So I'm gonna show you since we calling names right now. You know what I mean? See, this is not what you used to. This is not one of them other channels that just go, I'm the same energy you gave me, I'm gonna give you. So you call me stupid? Yeah, okay. So you stupid. So here I'm gonna tell you how you're stupid. Because your whole standpoint was that Golovkin he's a champion with belt. So he's automatically the A side. Well, guess what? Liam Smith had a belt, and Canelo didn't have a belt, and Canelo was still the A side of the equation, even though Liam Smith was the title holder, because Liam Smith ain't fought in America. Canelo had established his name. Golden Boy had put Canelo in big fights and on Mayweather undercards and versus Mayweather. So what are you talking about? What does having a belt have to do with being an A side? What is Triple G having a championship to his name? What does that have to do with being an A side? So Liam Smith, using your logic, Liam Smith was the A side because he had a belt and Canelo didn't? You dudes is getting. Why would you even do this to yourself? You sound and then on top of that, you call me stupid. So you're up, Hector. How am I stupid? Explain that. Explain how Liam Smith was the A side over Canelo because he had a belt. We waiting on you, Heck. You win, G. See? You gotta watch when you call people names and shit. I didn't come looking for you. I wasn't calling you names. But you gonna say Triple G's an A. He's not the A side because he's a champion. He's a good fighter. He has the belts. So he has some bargaining chips, but that don't mean you have A side power. Because when Sergio Martinez fought Cotto, another example, Cotto was the A side. It said Cotto Martinez on all the flyers. And Cotto was the one moving up to 159 to fight champion Sergio Martinez. Now I really should block you because you just gave in and said uncle. But I'll let you live, Hector. Hector, he does have the most belts, but that has nothing to do with A side. You know what I mean? Having the belts don't make you the A side at all. I just gave him a Jack Johnson pardon. Anyway, moving on. So that's the latest. Oscar De La Hoya is saying that Tom Loeffler is trying to negotiate a better deal, and De La Hoya, at least right now, his standpoint is like, you ain't getting no better deal. You getting the deal that you already said you were down to fight for. Canelo's now clean, or now he's willing to prove that it was a mistake and he is clean. So what are you griping for? And like I said, I don't always agree with what De La Hoya says. Like when he's hating on Mayweather and stuff, sometimes he says statements that I don't agree with. But I deal with boxing on a case-by-case basis, and with this, he brings up a solid point. What has Triple G done? What has happened from February, March, April, May to now where Triple G needs to renegotiate a deal? Like I said in the video, I could understand if in the meantime, he fought Billy Joe Saunders and collected that last belt. So now you say, hey, we did this while Canelo was bullshitting or why he was suspended and whoop. Now you're going to be fighting for undisputed. You know what I mean? But nothing has really changed. So why would it be a different deal? Why, if you signed up to, you know what I'm saying? You signed up for that deal, and then now all of a sudden the deal wasn't good enough, and then you're saying, oh, Triple G has conceded a lot. Okay, well, you accepted the deal that was offered for the rematch. So why didn't you bring that up and not do a press conference? You know, why was there ever a rematch on the books? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if the deal was lousy, then why, as a promoter, Tom Loeffler, as a promoter, why did you accept and negotiate that deal and the public was informed of this actual fight? Now, I get it. Through no fault of Team Golovkin's, Canelo had something in his system. For whatever reason, it was in his system, right? Whether you think he was a cheater, whether you think it was an accident, whatever. I get that. But yet and still, that doesn't change the deal you negotiated and were willing to take a couple months ago. Again, why are you not willing to take that same deal? The only thing, to me, like I said, that would make that make sense is if a lot had changed in those months. Like, Golovkin beat a notable name, you know what I mean? Like, beat Charlo, or became undisputed champion by beating Billy Joe Saunders. So now you're saying, I'm not taking that deal we were just going to take a couple months ago because we just knocked out Charlo. We just acquired Billy Joe Saunders' belt, the last belt in the division. That would make sense because shit has happened. Things have changed to the point where that deal is no longer what you should be negotiating. But nothing has really changed. Golovkin ain't done nothing. So why change the deal? You know what I mean? Because you knocked out Vanes? You supposed to get more money for that? That don't make sense to me. Shout out to Jose De Jesus. $5 super chat. Triple G and his camp want more money because they know once he loses, he will be making half of the money he's making now on a non-Canelo fight. Oscar Smart. See? Ego with the fade. Y'all like my haircut. Yeah, man. I had to take it down for the summer. It was getting too hot. Especially when I was traveling. I got, you know what I mean? I got to pack light, man, because I plan on traveling. When I get that low Caesar, I don't have to do shit. You know what I mean? I just be on my Broner shit. Like, hey, Pop, my hair good. You know what I mean? So I just, hey, Pops, brush my hair. What the fuck? Hold on, y'all. This thing keeps autofocusing. I don't know how. Hold on, y'all. That's really bothering me. Make sure y'all smash the like button. I gotta figure this out because that autofocus is annoying. Annoying me. What the Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm just trying to figure this out because this is bothering me. Anyway, I think we good now. Hey, do we have any shooters? Jack Jones need to get clapped out of here. Who are you? Hey, do we have any shooters that could clap Jack Jones? Just get him out of here. And there ain't no point to even respond to what he talking about. Jdog with the clappage. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Shout out to Jdog, man. So it said Jackass Jones. Why do these dudes be coming for me? I get my hair cut, they mad. I have my hair longer, they mad. I'm talking about boxing, they're mad. Like, what y'all mad for? Like, I don't get it, man. But anyway, again, what somebody explain. See, this is the thing with me. I'm willing, if there's another standpoint then I'm willing to hear it. But from my thinking, I look nothing like Keith Sweat. But once again, men comparing me to R&B singers, it's not that bad. Fine, fuck it. Listen, somebody explain why Golovkin and his team would be requesting a new deal from the deal that they just accepted, that they were willing to accept to make the May 5th fight. I get it, the dates got scrambled. So explain that. What has changed to the point where, what you agreed to in May, you no longer want? I get the fact that you can say, let's say you believe Canelo's cheating, but you still want to fight him. And he's doing year-round VADA testing, and he passed a hair follicle test. So realistically, if you really want to take a stand, then don't fight him. Just say, oh, he's a fucking cheater. I don't trust him, so I'm not trying to fight him. So you can throw that out the window, because Team Triple G still wants to fight him, whether he's on something or not. Beyond that, Canelo has done the hair follicle test, and he's enrolled in VADA. WBC said he'll be in the rankings next month. He's doing the clean boxing program, and he's doing year-round testing. So once again, what has changed to the point where I don't get it? What has changed to the point where what you agreed to fight for should no longer be the deal? Smash the like button, man. Again, I'm willing to understand another side if there is one that makes sense. But y'all gotta tell me what that side is, because I can't think of anything. Here's another thing. If you were Canelo and you were Oscar de la Hoya, and your opponent was talking hella shit about you, would you be in any rush to give them more money? You know what I'm saying? They say, oh, you're a cheater. Doctors were sending me pictures, needle marks, you fucking up. I don't know if it's the meat, but I think you cheat. You know, why would who would be in a rush to give you more dividends, more of a percentage split? Now, from what I understand, De La Hoya said we could still fight, but we're not giving you another deal. We're not giving you some better deal. I don't know what the split is. I really don't care. But the bottom line is Team Triple G agreed to whatever that split was, because we had a fight on May 5th. Now things are complicated, and there's a roadblock because there's a standoff. They have a Mexican standoff, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Mexican style standoff, where Team Golovkin is like, no, we don't want that deal anymore. We want a better deal. But somebody explain it to me. See, this is what I don't understand about the boxing game. I get called all these names, right? I get, you're biased, I'm racist. Okay, I'm everything. But then when it comes time for you guys who are calling me biased to explain the other side of what I'm saying, it's like I gotta beg and plead for somebody to explain it to me. That's all I'm asking for. They say I'm biased, but I'm trying to be objective, but nobody is stepping up to explain what I don't understand. See, I'm not always right. However, I analyze the situation and I determine what makes sense. And nobody's helping me understand the other side. What has changed to the point where a deal that Team Triple G was going to accept a few months ago, they should get a better deal? I don't get it. And it's not even like hypothetically. You fought Vanes Martirosyan. Even if you fought your mandatory or some type of threat, maybe. If you fought Derevyanchenko, you rematched Daniel Jacobs or Bubu Andrade, or you moved up and fought Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez, who also called you out. All these guys called you out, right? Maybe you can make the argument that things have changed. While we had to cancel your fight because you tested positive, and we went on to clean up the Daniel Jacobs fight, and we convincingly beat him, right? Or we fought our mandatory Derevyanchenko, which I don't really see that. It's a good fight, but I don't see that, even if Triple G beat him, I don't see that really being a reason to get a much bigger split. But I could at least understand that logic a little bit more. But that is not the case. The fact of the matter is you fought Vanes Martirosyan, a guy most people thought had no shot, who hadn't fought in 2 years, who had Al Heyman issues, switched promoters, and was one of the last remaining people. Don King, all of his fighters have been knocked out recently. Amir Mom got knocked out with Granados, then he got his ass beat by Jose Ramirez. Bermain Staverne's legs were folded, and now Vanes got knocked out. You know what I mean? So yeah, these are facts. Promoter issues, switched to Don King, coming off of Edeslandi Lara loss, who just lost his belts to Jarrett Hurd. Vanes was moving up in weight, and people didn't give him a chance. So I don't see how that, whatever you did at the StubHub, whatever amount of tickets, I was there, but whatever tickets you sold, how does that make you like this big star? You know what I'm saying? Like where you should get a deal. Like basically we should re-examine the deal that you already accepted. That I'm not getting it. So please, somebody help me understand. Triple G, you know who Triple G's team is sounding like to me right now? And I'm not even trying to be funny. It is kind of funny. If y'all want to know who Triple G's team is sounding like to Ego, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? If y'all want to hear this, can I get a hell yeah? I need a little motivation. A little bit more, okay. All right. Triple G in this equation is reminding me of, drumroll please, Monique. You know the comedian Monique? She won an Oscar for that Precious movie. When she was doing them videos, mad at Netflix, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, hi, my loves. So Netflix offered me $1 million and Amy Schumer got all this money and they offered Chris Rock this money and Dave Chappelle got $20 million. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, I love us for real. Like, why are you talking about what other people are getting? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. That's what Team Triple G reminds me of right now. Monique, when she was going like mad at Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Like, what have you done? Like, Monique's cool, but what have you done to you're nowhere in the stratosphere of Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle. What have you done? Like, real shit. What have you done? And Amy Schumer, I haven't really watched her comedy specials, but I've seen some of her movies, and I know enough to know she's like probably more poppin' than you. You know what I mean? She just had that movie, the Blockers or whatever, with John Cena. I think she was in that. You know what I mean? Like, what have you done? What movie? What has Monique even done recently? And I'm not hating. I'm not cooning or nothing. I'm just really being serious. What has Monique done? What has she done to the point where, like, Amy Schumer's more relevant right now because she's doing movies and roasts and specials, and we already know Dave Chappelle's more relevant. Same thing with Chris Rock. He put in years. Chris Rock, his film debut was in Beverly Hills Cop 2. It was either that or I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. I don't remember which one was first. I think it's Beverly Hills Cop though. And then he did I'm Gonna Get You Sucker with the Wayans. Yeah, she's trying to tell people to boycott Netflix. What are you talking about? That's what Triple G reminds me of in this equation. More money for what? Because Anthony Joshua got offered $50 million? Like, I just... You did not know what? What didn't you know? No, I'm being dead serious, man. I really don't know what makes Team Triple G feel like the deal that they accepted is no longer valid. Like, why? Like, what have you done? Or here's another example of something to me that would be acceptable. If you put Triple G, let's say Triple G and Canelo got canceled, and then Triple G actually fought a threat like Daniel Jacobs at the T-Mobile Arena, and they set a record for the T-Mobile Arena for a boxing event. Maybe something like that would be a bargaining chip, because like, oh, we just proved that we're A-sides. We just we saved the date, you know what I mean? Boxing fans were still able to come out to Vegas, and me and Daniel Jacobs together in our rematch, we sold better than any other fight, non-pay-per-view or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. That would make sense too, you know what I mean? Something like that maybe would make sense. But none of this happened. Like, okay, bottom line is Canelo's the A side. We know that. Bottom line is when Canelo was out of the equation, out of the mix, Triple G's fight went from being at the T-Mobile Arena to the MGM. It went from the MGM to the StubHub. Right? My friends at the Box Fan Expo, their whole event got fucked up on behalf of this fight being canceled. Triple G's fight went from HBO pay-per-view with Canelo to regular HBO. So it's not like you did some like crazy like historic numbers or something. You couldn't even sustain the pay. I'm talking about Triple G's team. They didn't even sustain the HBO pay-per-view slot. They were scrambling trying to get Jaime Munguia, who at the time no one had really heard of, even though he would later do good with Saddam Ali. They couldn't even remain on HBO pay-per-view. They couldn't even remain in the T-Mobile Arena. They couldn't even remain in the MGM, which is smaller and older, right? They couldn't even remain in Vegas. They had to go to the StubHub, where they felt they had the best pricing and the Southern Cal fans, and where Triple G's home base is. They had to shift the big drama show to Cali, to a much smaller venue. I could Google it right now. StubHub holds about 9,000, and there were gaping holes because I was there, and I have it on tape. So please don't bring Ego Valley out. I literally filmed it because I figured I might need it at some point. So I was there, and I have footage of the empty seats and the empty sections. So they're saying that it sold all these numbers. That's great, but I seen a lot of empty holes and empty sections. Don't make me bring the tape out. Y'all don't want that. Okay, I got an easy hot seat. Shooters, stand down. I'll take care of this one. His name is Sal Mierda. Doesn't Mierda mean shit? Okay, Sal shit. That's what I'm gonna call you. Sal Mierda. Sal shit. That's the great name for you. See? I know my Spanish. It says, fuck you, Ego, for no reason. Fuck you, Ego. You're like Max Kellerman, even though I'm nothing like Max Kellerman. I rap better. I don't look like him. I'm not signed to a network. I'm not on ESPN First Take. But anyway, fuck you, Ego. You're like Max Kellerman and Smith. Rooting if De La Hoya give you money. Okay, explain any of that shit you just said, shitty. Come on, Mierda. I don't know rooting. I don't know what he's talking about, Brayon. But I just want him to explain. Okay, fuck. You said fuck me. So how am I like Max Kellerman again? I don't get it. What did I do? And what about De La Hoya giving me money? His response, you want money. Who doesn't want money? What are you talking about? I talk about prize fighting. Of course I want a prize, dummy. What are you talking about? Strike one. He said you want money. Okay. Who doesn't want money? Who wants to be broke and can't buy themselves a cheeseburger or a new computer, gas? What are you talking about? Strike one. What else you got? You make that sound like it's a bad thing. And what does Oscar have to do with my money? I don't get paid from Oscar. Kennedy, he said, how you live without money, you idiot. You're saying that Triple G is ducking Triple G. Strike 2, because that makes no fucking sense. You're saying that Triple G is ducking Triple G. How the fuck is he ducking himself? Strike 2. I told you it's going to be an easy hot seat, yo. I never once said Triple G was ducking himself. So, Canelo. Bro, you got one more response. You just wasting people's time. Talking stupid. You said Oscar was she's ducking De La Hoya. Like, what are you talking about? You got one more response. Just pull the knife out really fast. It's just better that way. Pull it out real quick. You gotta do something, baby. Just pull it out. It'll be better this way. Just put your last comment. So one of shooters on deck, Kennedy, Jdog. As soon as you see his dumb response, just clap him. Unless he's bringing up a real response. So it's on you, Saul. They call you a pendejo and all types of shit. Come on, Saul. We waiting for this last dumb response so we can move on. You said Triple G ducking Golovkin. Alright, we count to 10. 8. 6. 5. We not waiting all day. 4. You gotta do something, Saul. Hey, shooters, just get rid of him. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Hey, how did this motherfucker get a wrench? What the fuck? Hey, how the fuck did Saul get a wrench? What the fuck? Hey, he's a hacker. How did he get a wrench, though? Craig said, oh shit, looking fresh as fuck, Ego. Yeah, man, I just got a haircut for the summer. You know, I had to cut the curls for the girls. I had to go back to my John B shit. Shout out to Miguel Gomez. I don't know, he was hacked. I don't know how he had a wrench some kind of way. I don't know how he got that wrench. Hey, y'all in the Matrix. I don't know how he did that. Yeah, I'm from the Bay, man. West Side. Death Row East. Anyway, he said they turned it on you, Ego. It's good, man. We got enough good shooters. John said I got the fresh haircut. Thank you very much, my barber. Shout out to Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia, baby. I got a female barber. Hey, Cynthia. Come to Death Row. We gonna start printing our own money. Ego Valley, man. But yeah, bottom line is for me, I just don't understand. And see, this is the other thing. Like, I gotta just be real. That's just who I am as a person. The thing with Triple G, slowly but surely, we're seeing so much of what his team said to the public is turning out to be false. Like, what motivates them is turning out to be false. What they stood by, what values they had, all of these things, right? All of these things are turning out to be inaccurate. For example, when they came to the game, they said, we'll fight anyone from 54 to 68, their words. But then they've never moved to 68. They've never moved down to 54. And later they would say stuff like, oh, we're not moving down to 55 for Canelo. He's a middleweight. Make him move up to middleweight. But you said you would beat anyone at 54. And then they later said they'll only move down for Floyd, Mayweather, or Pacquiao. Guys who aren't even really 54 pounders, right? May have fought there a time or two. So why are you willing to move down for Lil Floyd, but you're not willing to move down to 155. Why won't you move up for Andre Ward to 68, but you'll move up to 68 for Carl Froch, a guy that Andre Ward beat? Why would you move up for a Mexican fighter, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., to 68, but you won't move up for another Mexican fighter who's a champion, Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez? These things are inconsistent, and they don't make sense to me, right? You can't say you'll beat anyone from this range to this range, but you never want to fight this range or this range. And you wanted to fight certain guys at 68, but not these guys. You didn't want to fight Badu Jack at 68, James DeGale, Gilberto Ramirez at 68, Andre Ward at 68, but you'll fight Chavez Jr., who has discipline issues and is nothing like his father. You know what I mean? And then they said, oh, these other guys are businessmen. Look at Canelo. He's a clown. Hell no, it's a businessman. It's business. He fighting Amir Khan. It's a business, right? But then, what's wrong with Canelo fighting Amir Khan at 55? I didn't like the fight. But if you're going to criticize it, then why would you later fight a guy that Khan was supposed to be fighting, because he was also a fucking middleweight, in Kell Brook? So, that's hypocritical. You can't say, oh, look at him fighting that welterweight. Look at him. Canelo's so weak. What a businessman. And then the same year, you fight Kell Brook under any circumstance. I don't give a fuck if Chris Eubank Jr. and Sr. didn't want to fight you. That doesn't mean you need to fight a welterweight. You know what I'm saying? Just cancel the fight. If Chris Eubank fight fell apart, cancel it. Cancel the date. If the only person you can get is a fucking welterweight and permanently damage his eye and ruin his career, then cancel the fight. Now Kell Brook's eyes is fucked up like the Terminator and shit. Fuck you, asshole. You know what I'm saying? You close your boots, give them to me. Like, his eyes is all fucked up because he moved up all that weight. So cancel the date. Okay, you're not Mexican, but you had to fight on the Mexican dates. So you take Vanes Matarosen off of the couch and he gets knocked out, which is something he's never been knocked out at 54. What a coincidence. He got knocked out. He never been knocked out at 54 because that's his weight division. And he could take the best guy's punch. He could take Andre's punch and not get knocked out. He could take Willie Nelson, who's strong, his punch and not get knocked out. He could take Jermell Charlo's power and not get knocked out. All guys that can punch. He could take Edeslandi Lada's power twice without getting knocked out. But he was out of his element when he fought Golovkin. He was in a new weight division, little time to prepare, coming off the couch. That's why he got knocked out, because that wasn't his weight division. Shout out to Tony, he's a new subscriber. Appreciate you. So, like I said, slowly but surely, y'all can get mad at me, but there's a lot of what Team Triple G has said that has proven to be incorrect. They also said, oh, these guys are businessmen and they're scared and avoiding me, don't want to fight. Now the playground is full of great fights for Triple G, and you don't see the same energy you had for Sergio Martinez to get that fight, somebody who's kind of small for middleweight. Cotto, who's definitely small for middleweight and his age, have that same energy for Charlo. Now Billy Joe Saunders wants to fight you. Demetrius, and there's plenty of people on the playground now, right? Why not gun for them like you were gunning for Cotto and Canelo initially, when Canelo was still at 55, 50 something, fighting Cottos and shit? Why not fight? Why not have that same intensity for Charlo or Daniel Jacobs rematch? He gave you a good fight. He said he'll give you some more work. Or Derevyanchenko. You know what I mean? That's the classic case of a bully. See, a bully is going to want to fight you. Listen, a bully, when there's resistance and like when they can sense fear, the bully's all about that. Because they smell the blood, they smell fear. Ego, shout out from Austin, Texas, your channel's #1 spot for boxing. Thank you, I appreciate that. That's the classic bully syndrome. You know what I'm saying? When people are ducking, avoiding, you like that shit. You love that shit. Alan says Boxing Ego is the best channel boxing channel out there. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I'm working hard for y'all. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Smash the like button. But like I said, this is classic bully behavior. When everyone appeared to be avoiding you, that was your power. That was your supremacy. You like that. But then now Jermell Charlo's knocking motherfuckers out in the second round or whatever. I was there against Hugo Centeno Jr., knocking out people in the eliminator who had never been knocked out like that early. You know what I mean? Knocked out like that in general, or knocked out quite that early. He did get knocked out by Selesky, but it was, I think, in like the 11th round or something. See, I know boxing, man. I know it off the top of my head. And after he knocked him out, he's like, yeah, where Triple G at? Where Triple, I want Triple G. And I don't see Triple G like, hey, no, come on, Charlo. Oh, I'll be in Houston now. Like, you know, I don't see that. I don't see his team. A guy who's bigger, a guy who could punch, a guy who has youth on his side, a guy who has a good jab, like you have a good jab. Triple G has a really good jab. Charlo has a really good jab. That's why I want to see that fight. You know what I'm saying? But when motherfuckers was running from Triple G, it's like they were like, yeah, look at Cotto, see him run, see Canelo run. But then now people aren't running. Andre said, I'll fight you with one hand behind my back if you're afraid of a southpaw. He didn't get no call. Shout out to Ollie Gray, the fourth $2 super chat. Off topic, my guy. Why'd you cut off the S curl? LOL. I don't have an S curl. That's that good hair. And it's about to be the summer, so you just need to change. You know what I'm saying? I needed to, it's just hot having longer hair. It don't matter. See, it's a bunch of guys that care about my hair and how I look. I've been talking about boxing and staying on task, but they care more about how I look. It's crazy. Like, I never expected this, but shout out to all y'all. Shout out to the super chats, shooters, all y'all. But anyway, back to just Triple G shit. Good hair, gang. It's because you rep us, ego. Well, must be doing something right. I'm gonna keep doing it. Cause you're famous, bro. Hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't understand the motivation with Triple G. I don't understand this half of his career. Like, I told you guys from the jump, people got mad at me, said I was hating. And now as time goes on, hopefully you guys see what I was talking about. Don't stagnate your whole career waiting for one motherfucker. They waited for Canelo, and now Canelo, like, owns Triple G. And I'm being facetious, but what I mean by owns him is Canelo is the A side, right? He's the A side or whatever, and he's using it. Him and his team keep bullying Triple G. They keep punking him. Like, what I mean is this. It's like okay, I don't know about you guys' household, but when I was a kid, I'd have to ask my parents if I could stay the night at my friend's house. You know what I mean? That's how they have Triple G. It's like they have to get permission slips signed for their career, their fighter's career, from Golden Boy and Canelo. They have to wait for Canelo to decide and make a move before they decide to make a move. You get what I'm saying? Like, instead of Tom Loeffler and K2 being like, man, Canelo's taking too long. We're going to go after Billy Joe Saunders, get this last strap. If that means we can't fight Canelo next, then fuck it. At least we'll be undisputed. Right? They waited. Waited on Canelo. Right? Then they could have fought. Okay, they didn't fight anyone from September till they were supposed to fight in May. Triple G used to fight like 3-4 times a year. If you go back and look at it, like, he used to fight more frequently. You know what I mean? Or at least not necessarily in a fiscal year, like an actual calendar year, but in the course of 12 months. You know what I mean? Give or take a few months or whatever. He was fighting more frequently. You get what I'm saying? And then now all of a sudden he ain't fought since September, and then he didn't fight until May. Like, and then he had to scramble to find his May opponent. It's like you letting Canelo's team dictate everything you do. That's not a good look. To me, they could have, because like, listen, they had an opportunity, a couple spots to fight Billy Joe Saunders. You would have fought him. If you could have beat him, you would have been undisputed. And a lot of people probably would have favored Triple G. I don't know about now, but they would have favored him to beat Billy Joe Saunders 8 months ago. But they didn't do that. Right? Now, you're running a dangerous game because you're having hearings with the IBF. They're potentially, and I say potentially because I don't know their decision, they're potentially going to strip you if you don't fight Derevyanchenko or your IBF mandatory next. So now this is a dangerous game because if you get stripped, then you're another belt away from undisputed. Versus at one point in time, you had no mandatories calling you and you had one belt, and it was through Billy Joe Saunders. And if you would have just stayed with the negotiations there instead of waiting on Canelo, then you could have fought him and possibly beat him to become undisputed. Now it doesn't matter if you get rid of the belts. Just like Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford became undisputed, did the damn thing, set history, you know what I mean, for his career, and also became the first undisputed guy in since Jermaine Taylor or whenever in a gang of years. And then you see what he's doing. He got rid of all them belts. Now Jose Ramirez and Regis Prograis and all these other motherfuckers fighting for the belt, and he's moving out of the division. You know why? Because he already did that. He already accomplished the feat. He did it. He became undisputed. He has photoshops and pictures and everything of him holding all the belts, and everyone knows he did it. So now he can move on to 147. So once you become undisputed, everybody recognizes that. So at that point for Triple G, let's say had he not waited on Canelo and he fought Billy Joe Saunders and hypothetically beat Billy Joe Saunders, once you become undisputed, we've already witnessed the history. We already seen you become undisputed and unify in that way. So if you didn't want to fight Derevyanchenko to fight Canelo and then the IBF stripped you, nobody's going to care about that. You know what I'm saying? Because we knew you had all the belts at one time. However, Team Triple G allowed Canelo's team to dictate the last year and a half, 2 years of his career. Now, if you get stripped, it's going to look bad. Because it's going to look like, okay, you said Canelo's a businessman, but you chose to get stripped by the IBF to not fight Derevyanchenko and to instead fight Canelo. The big money fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a great look to me. So I think there's a couple things Triple G's team could have done different. They could have done some things different. And one of it, you know what it reminds me of? Amir Khan. I met Amir Khan stuff, cool dude. But Amir Khan, he wasted some portions of his career chasing Mayweather and Pacquiao. And he admits this. He got desperate. You couldn't get Mayweather for whatever reason. Mayweather started fighting Maidana and all this shit. You couldn't get Pacquiao, you know what I mean, for whatever reason. You tried to fight him in Dubai and all this stuff. So you got desperate. You wanted a big payday and a big money fight to prove yourself. So then you took the fight where you had the least chance, just based on the weight, just based on your chin and the weight. Moving up to 155 doesn't sound good for Khan. Beating Pacquiao, maybe he could have done it. Beating Floyd, I don't think he would have beat him, but you know what I mean? He's a good boxer. So, whatever. But those guys are at least your size or smaller. And in waiting for Floyd and Pacquiao, you missed opportunities. You could have been fighting other guys at welter. You could have avenged the Danny Garcia loss. But you wait. Floyd did that poll with Maidana. You won the poll. He still gave Maidana the fight. Maidana gives him a tough fight. So he says, fuck it. I'm going to give you another fight. I don't like the feedback. So I'm gonna give Maidana another opportunity. Meanwhile, Khan's just wait. Now Maidana's fat and enjoying retirement with 2 Floyd paydays. Khan ain't got 1 Mayweather payday. So you don't want to wait for 1 fight. That's kind of what Triple G's doing. Waiting for Canelo. I'll be like, man, fuck Canelo. We going after Jacob, Charlo, mandatory. You know what I mean? Whatever. More stupid comment. Triple G is gonna kill Canelo. Don't piss Triple G off. KO. Man fan comments. Like, just be realistic. Do you think Triple G had a better chance of knocking out Canelo when Canelo had just recently moved up to the division, or Canelo who's already went 12 rounds with him and more acclimated to the division? I'm talking about knocking out, not beating, knocking out. Just look at probability. You don't piss him off and all that. Okay, why wasn't he pissed off the first fight? Why didn't he knock him out the first fight? Silly man fan comments, man. That's why I don't even like talking boxing with some of y'all. That logic don't make sense, bro. LOL. What logic don't make sense? I hope you're talking to me, because I'm about due for another hot seat. Stilo, what logic don't make sense? Please inform me. Alright. Stilo's trying to be in the hot seat. Any hit can knock you out at any time. Don't matter when you fight him. Okay, you're in the hot seat. That's how we gonna settle it. No shit. I didn't say you can't get knocked out in a rematch. But I'm saying, if you look at probability, if you had a chance to knock somebody out, just throughout history, let's just look at history, historic fights. Don't you think you would have had a better shot in the first one, especially when the guy was moving up in the weight? You're gonna wait till he gained experience. The knockout artist waited till the guy goes 12 rounds and gained experience, and then now he's gonna knock him out when he was actually younger, a little bit younger. Bro, you don't know shit. Okay, put it this way. Let's play a game. If you really want to play, let's play a hot seat game. You name a fight where a power puncher came back and knocked the guy out in the rematch, and then I'll name a fight where a guy like the puncher did better in the first fight than they did in the second fight, because that guy got experience with them, right? Do you want to play? Stilo. I'm talking about from the first fight to the second fight. See, it's all quiet on the Western Front. Exactly. See how Stilo don't want to play the game now. Listen, I'm not saying you can't knock someone out. Antonio Tarver did it to Roy Jones. You can knock someone out. Alright, I'm just going to block you because you talking about fans riding D and stuff like that. All that weirdo talk. You're out of here. Sorry, I just had to clear that up. Sorry. He's gone. Yeah, anytime y'all start talking about riding dick and all that, I'm out. Anyway, some of you guys need to learn to comprehend, work on the comprehension skills. I'm not saying you can't rematch someone and knock them out. Chocolatito got knocked out in his rematch with Rungvisai. Antonio Tarver lost to Roy Jones, and then he knocked him out brutally in the second fight. It's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is you have to look at probability, you have to look at styles, and you have to look at the whole fight. The bottom line is, I think Triple G, he had a better chance of catching Canelo, a guy with a defense, off guard when he only had the Chavez Jr. fight at that particular weight. And he was a year younger. I don't know when they're going to fight in the rematch, but it'll probably be at least a year younger. So Triple G being older, right? Triple G going 12 rounds with Canelo already. Yes, there's a chance that he could still knock him out, but at the same time, I wouldn't say probability, father time, Canelo's defense. I wouldn't say any of that would be leaning towards that option. You know what I mean? Triple G, in fact, got buzzed up a little bit by Vanes Martirosyan in the first round. So I don't see that. Even if he beats him in the rematch, I don't really see him stopping Canelo. That's just my opinion. Because I think he had a better chance of stopping him in the first fight when Canelo didn't have that much experience with him since the Big Bear sparring years before, and when he was like fresher in the weight class. But either way, Triple G, his side is trying to change the deal. So we might not find out next. And like I said, Oscar De La Hoya has a point. Back to the subject. Why is Team Triple G, if you really want to prove you're the better fighter, why are you trying to get a different deal than what you just agreed to for the May 5th? Okay, it didn't happen May 5th. We know the reasons. We know what happened. You could fight him in September, De La Hoya is saying, but they're saying we're going to give you the same deal that you just agreed to. I don't really see that being a problem. And the only way I would see it being a problem, like I said, is if a lot had changed since they negotiated the first deal. Like Triple G became undisputed, or he did a HBO pay-per-view, blockbuster numbers, you know what I'm saying? But nothing has really changed drastically to the point where that to me needs to be renegotiated. Like what has changed? What has changed to the point where that deal should no longer be void or no longer be valid? I don't understand that at all. Make sure y'all smash the like button. We working. The Vampire Stream. Triple G is afraid, plain and simple. Canelo does not respect boxing. It's his ego. What does this have to do with Canelo? What are you talking about? Triple G's team is the one that is saying that they want a new deal. They want a better deal. So what does that have to do with Canelo not respecting boxing? Listen, I'm going to start putting you on the hot seat because I need answers and I need y'all to explain the shit y'all saying. So just keep that in mind. These future comments that y'all about to drop right now, make sure you think it out because that may be something you have to battle in the hot seat. I'm not just going to read a bunch of foolishness in my stream and knowing damn well you guys won't be able to back out and back up what you're saying. So, again, you guys can type whatever you want. Feel free to do that. Just know you might be called upon for that hot seat. And just be prepared to, whatever you put, make sure that's a comment that you're willing to stand by in this hot seat. Y'all going in on each other. Triple G respect boxing by fighting Vanes. What a dumbass bitch you are. Damn, y'all cussing each other out and shit. I don't. Somebody explain it, man. If Triple G really wants the rematch to clear up what happened, then why do you? I don't understand where this new deal issue came from. He could, I guess, as best as possible. Like, there's no justification for what happened in February. I don't know what the fuck was up with that. But as a bounce back, he went to his hearings. He did a hair follicle test. He signed up for VADA. He signed up for year-round VADA, right? He just had a surgery, which, you know what I mean, could be a vulnerability. So he's doing everything. You're saying you want to fight him. He's doing everything, which means that we should be able to get a fight in September. And then Triple G's team is holding it up, according to De La Hoya, because they're saying they want more money. They want a higher percentage. So I'm just saying, where did this new percentage come from? What has changed? Why would he want a new percentage? See, this is the thing. See, okay, this will make sense. Let me just explain this. Triple G's side and handler negotiated a deal, and it wasn't a great deal, but they were desperate or some shit, so they just took it. And then Canelo tested positive for the meat, and then they rethought it and they reconsidered it, and they're like, man, we don't really like this deal. So now they're trying to back out and try to get a better deal. That might make sense, but then that's your bad because you agreed to that. Like, for example, let's say I call my internet provider, Comcast, right? Follow me. Let's say I call my internet provider, and they're going over different packages and different high-speed internet speeds. And they say, we'll give you this megabytes per second, and the cost is $70 a month. We'll charge you monthly, $70 a month, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, sign me up. And I'm giving them my credit card information to sign me up for this new internet package through Comcast. They say, hey, you got to rent a modem from us. It's $10 a month. And then your bill is $70. So it's going to be $79.99. All of a sudden, my phone, the call drops. Right? I just agreed to it, and I was giving them my credit card information. In the middle of that, my phone drops. My phone call drops. And then they call me right back and say, oh, hey, we're just trying to finish the transaction. Then I'm going to finish the transaction. I'm going to be like, yeah, okay, here's my card number. The only reason I wouldn't is if in the call dropping, I started thinking about it, or I went on the internet and I found a better internet deal where I'm no longer willing to pay the $79.99. Or I just thought about it, I'm like, oh, that's too much. So either way, it's kind of Triple G's fault. Triple G, not him, but his team's fault, because they agreed to this amount of money. They agreed to whatever percentage split. So why is it 6 months later no longer something that you're agreeing to? If you really truly want to fight. Like I said, slowly but surely, Team Triple G, what they've said has been inconsistent. They said they want all the belts. Then Abel Sanchez said after the Vanes fight, we don't care about the belts. It's about what's in the best interest of Triple G. Where did this come from? They say, oh, Canelo's a businessman, but you want a higher percentage. You say you want middleweight history division, Bernard Hopkins, Carlos Monzon, right? And now when it comes time to Canelo's passing all of his tests now, doing all the proper protocols to get back in the fight game and to be ready by September. And then now they're springing, we want more, we want a higher percentage. And De La Hoya's like, no, I'm not giving you a higher percentage. So I don't really see that being a Golden Boy thing or a Canelo thing. You know what I mean? That's just me. I just somebody do an interview with Tom Loeffler, one of y'all motherfuckers that live in LA. Interview him and say, why was the deal you agreed to in May no longer good for September? What has changed to the point where you feel you're entitled to a higher percentage split? Like, let's say Wilder Joshua and Wilder beats Luis Ortiz, and he says, hey, I want a higher split than 28% because I just knocked out Luis Ortiz. That might be justifiable, you know what I mean? Because Luis Ortiz was a boogeyman. You know what I mean? Let's say Joshua gets the belt from Parker and he was like, oh, I deserve this percentage split because I got all the belts except for your belt. then I can understand these. I can understand these arguments. But once again, what has Triple G done between February and now to the point where it should be a different deal? Somebody explain that. I can't think. But on the flip side, I will say this. De La Hoya keeps name dropping Charlo and Jacobs and Billy Joe Saunders. Man, I don't see him fighting none of them. I see him fighting Spike O'Sullivan, Gary. That's what I see Canelo fighting in September. I don't see him fighting Charlo. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I'll be like, whoa, Golden Boy got it done. Canelo truly wants to fight the best. But I'd be shocked if he fights Jacobs or Charlo especially. Or even Billy Joe Saunders, but really Charlo or Jacobs based on their style and their power and their size. So, I mean, see, and this is the thing. I'm fair. Like, I don't, like, ooh. So if I say something and question something on the Triple G side, y'all say I love Oscar De La Hoya and Oscar's paying me. But then I just have a criticism or a statement that doesn't really support the Golden Boy agenda if we're playing sides. I don't see Canelo fighting all these names that Oscar is dropping next. Maybe in the future, maybe. But I don't see him. He keeps talking about Charlo and Jacobs and Saunders is the top 3 options. No, I think they're the bottom 3 options out of 10 other options. You know what I mean? I think Gary Spike O'Sullivan is the real option. That's why you keep putting him on your shows. Trying to build him up with that fucked up, that wax mustache and shit. Looking like the Uncle Penny bags from the Monopoly board. Pringles looking ass.
You do it in the streets. You do it at home.
Motherfucker look like the Pringles logo.
The rest is bullshit and you know it.
I'm not trying to see that fight. Soda Popinski looking motherfucker. Canelo Uzcategui. They're in different weight classes. Anyway, James DeGale got to fight Uzcategui. It's about to get ordered. I think James DeGale will lose that one. Uzcategui, he was looking kind of good in there. Pause. I ain't getting no wax mustache. Y'all already be talking about my beard. My shit look like this. Y'all really be talking about the kid. Man, we just doing this easy work, man. Hey, Triple G, man. You gotta do something, baby. Hey, Triple G, everybody's listening. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a chance Canelo and Triple G could still happen. But somebody got to explain why I ain't got shit. Tupac voice. Now, somebody got to explain this. Like, and see, the truth be told, I don't care if this is the type of fan I am. If Golden Boy decides to give him a higher percentage split and just to make the fight, then fine. I don't really care. I don't care if he gets more money, less money. I just want to see the fight. And I'm not with all this drama and these like roadblocks and politics to see it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if they can. It's a negotiation. So if Golden Boy decides that they want to give him more of a split to appease him, I'm not mad. I'm not gonna hate on him. Like, no, don't give Triple G more money. I don't care. Unless they paying me, I don't care. But if I'm looking at the situation at hand, it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense why Triple G's team was down to take a deal. We had a signed, sealed, and delivered fight. And then months later, not much has changed other than Vanes Martirosyan getting knocked out. And then now all of a sudden that deal is not worthy of Team Triple G to take the same fight. You're taking the same fight. If anything, you have an advantage because you just got one in with Vanes Martirosyan, pause, and Canelo ain't fought since last September. So what's the deal? Like, you know what I mean? What has changed? Ego, you don't think Canelo really wants to fight the best. Listen, you guys have to work on your comprehension skills and stop putting words in my mouth. I never said Canelo doesn't want to fight the best. I simply said, see, listen to what I say. I know what I say because I'm there when I say it. I didn't say I fuck with the new haircut. Shout out to you. Thank you. I didn't say anything about Canelo not wanting to fight the best. I simply said I don't think he would fight Charlo, Jacobs, or Billy Joe Saunders next for whatever reason. And sometimes with fights, it don't have nothing to do with the fighter. It might be the promoter that don't. I just don't see him fighting those 3 motherfuckers next. Deal with it. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But it's not always the fighter's fault. Maybe the promoter don't want to make the fight. Bottom line, I don't see that fight happening next. I see him fighting Gary Spike O'Sullivan, maybe Triple G, before he fights Charlo or Daniel Jacobs next. And listen, at the end of the day, it is boxing. I don't mind being right. I don't mind being, I said right. I don't mind being wrong. Because I would love to see Canelo versus Daniel Jacobs. I would love to see Canelo versus Jermall Charlo or Billy Joe Saunders. So realistically, if Oscar De La Hoya is 100% serious, then that's great. Because those are good fights. So again, see, listen, y'all haven't understood this yet. I guess some of y'all. Eagles Army is going to keep winning and keep producing, because either we get what we've been asking for, like Joshua Wilder, or we get the truth. You know what I'm saying? Or some variation of it. We don't lose. Like, I don't lose in these situations. Even if I'm wrong, I still win, because Canelo versus Jacobs is a damn good fight. Canelo versus Charlo is a damn good fight. Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders is a damn good fight. I'm just giving you my opinion. But I don't really, that's not me taking an L if Canelo fights Charlo in Texas. How am I taking an L? That's a great fight. I just don't see it happening next. So that's what you guys don't understand. Put the emotion to the side, right? Put the emotion to the side. I'll be wrong all day if it's what's right for boxing. You get what I'm saying? I'm just simply giving you my input, my insight, and my thoughts. But if I'm wrong in a situation like that, and Canelo's like, I was born ready, I want Charlo, Lions only, then fuck it, I'm with it, because that's a good fight. So I don't really lose. Why do y'all care more about me than boxing? What's your real name? Like, what? What does this have to do with boxing? Why do y'all care about my real name and beard and stuff? I'm really just trying to talk boxing. Like, I just don't understand what's creating these questions. Like, hey, Canelo versus da-da-da-da, and Charlo's a good fight. What's your real name? What? Where did that come from? But anyway, that's what I'm saying. I don't really lose in these situations. Even if I'm wrong, I'm not losing, because as a boxing fan, those are great fights that De La Hoya recommended. So any 3 of those, Charlo, Jacobs, or Saunders for Canelo, even though the 4th one was Gary Spike O'Sullivan, that's not really one I care about like that. But those first 3, those are all wonderful fights. So, I mean, that's not me taking the L, because I'm a fan. I would sit back and rejoice and enjoy Charlo versus Canelo. He's been trying to get the fight since '54. Jacobs gave Peter Quillen his first loss. He beat, in my opinion, Triple G. So if Canelo wants that work, I think that's an excellent fight. Billy Joe Saunders just looked great versus David Lemieux, and they were talking about Canelo versus David Lemieux, so fight the guy that beat him. These are all great fights. So you should do a fight fan giveaway, like a fight fan trip to a fight with you. Yeah, I have to figure it out, because I get in the fights for free. So be like, hey, come along. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all couldn't get in because y'all don't have media credentials. So I don't know how that would work. But yeah, man, we could do whatever. We could try to do some type of get. If y'all have recommendations, suggestions, let me know in the comment section. I'm with it. But anyway, that's the latest with Canelo Triple G. Hopefully they iron it out, give the fans the rematch. If not, me personally, I don't really care. I'm just frankly sick of the drama. Who the fuck is Robert Eastern? Robert Eastern. Anyway, I'm out of here. Your boy got the haircut for the summer. Had to get rid of the curls one time. Hey, Pops. Brush my hair. We working. Yeah. Yeah, we working. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here. Make sure you smash the like button. Yeah, he said Robert Eastern. I don't even know who that is. I guess it's supposed to be Robert Easter Jr. Get the strap. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Shooters. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here. Conversation's getting weird. What's your real name?